this now. Let's have some fun while we talk and share. Enjoy our show, we'll have a great time. Yay! Welcome to Merri Show. Welcome to our very special St. Joseph's show. This is my terrific friend Merri, and I'm Ella.
Yes, welcome everybody, and cheers to you.
Cheers. Let's toast to everyone and toast to us.
Yes.
Cheers. Merri did a little research. Merri, would you like to start?
Sure.
Okay.
St. Joseph. He is the patron of fathers, of workers, and of holy death. St. Joseph was the husband of the Blessed Virgin Mary and the foster father of Jesus. He was a gentle and good man, and he was said to have been a direct descendant of David, the great king of Israel. St. Joseph was a carpenter. He loved and protected Mary and Jesus, and Pope Pius IX declared him to be both the patron and the protector of the Catholic Church. He is known as a worker, defender, and protector. And he had a holy death, since it suggested that he died surrounded by Mary and Jesus, which was a most happy and holy death.
Okay, so Merri did a little research, and I will finish up one more paragraph, so just so you know a little bit more about St. Joseph. So in Poland, it is necessary to celebrate imieniny, that's name days. I'm translating it to English. Imieniny, that's name's day. The feast day of one's patron saint. Celebrating St. Joseph's Day is part of this. Polish families celebrate this day by attending parades and having a St. Joseph's table in their house that is decorated with red and white for Poland and St. Joseph. The Polish flag is so white and red. And St. Joseph, and include holy cards and candles to represent and honor St. Joseph. Poland has hymns or songs they made. A few of the hymns are Dusza moja o Józefie ukochany and Szczęśliwy and Kto sobie patrona.
Well, this now leads us to our cooking portion, Ella.
Oh, yes. Are you getting hungry, Merri?
I sure am.
Yes. Well, we are ready to feast now. Have a St. Joseph's feast.
Yes. Welcome to the cooking portion of our show. In honor of St. Joseph's Day today, we are making golumbkies. My secret for making golumbkies is first, the cabbage. What I do is I freeze the whole head in the freezer for about, say, 2 to 3 days. After that, I take them out and let the leaves defrost. And then after that, I stick it in the pot of boiling water, but not even that long, and without all the burnt fingers. So now let's go to the pots of boiling water and let's continue. As you can tell, the cabbages are boiling just for a few minutes, and I just keep moving the heads of cabbage every minute or so, or just to make sure that all the leaves are cooked properly. So I'm about like 3 to 4 pounds of hamburger here. Some people like to do pork, but as for me personally, I like hamburger. And to go along with that, for the golumbkis, I already boiled some rice, instant rice. I like instant because it's nice and easy. And I did about 4 cups, of course, 4 cups water, 4 cups rice. So let's all dump this into here. Very good. And since I washed my hands, I'm going to just mix everything all up. But before I do that, I want to put in my other ingredients. I get like about 3½ onions. So I like a lot of onions. Onions are great. Here we go. And then I like to put salt and pepper, which is always a must when you cook. And with many years of cooking, You know, I just do things by eyeball. And I just like sprinkle some pepper like this here. Okay. There's my pepper. Now I'm going to put some salt. I'm a big salt fan. So you just sprinkle some salt here. Okay. Great. And now the next thing I like is garlic powder. You can use the real garlic, but I like garlic powder. I think it's nice and simple. And so I'm going to, that's a lot, probably a little too much, but that's okay. It's all good. And then after that, I like to put a little bit of spaghetti sauce or any type of tomato sauce you have here. And I just pour it right in. Okay. And just keep pouring. And to make it a little sweeter, I like ketchup. I'm a big ketchup fan. So again, everything is by eyeball. All right. And then to give it a little zest, I put a little bit of mustard. Mustard's always good, people. Mustard. And then here's the fun part, mixing it all up. So I'm going to mix it all up, everybody. Okay. And like I said, this is the mixture for the golumbkis. You just keep mixing and mixing and mixing. Now for the next step. At the bottom of the pan, I like to pour a little bit of like V8 or tomato sauce or whatever it is, tomato juice. So this way the leaves don't get stuck to the bottom of the pan. And to protect the golumbkis from being burned, I usually use the leaves that fell apart, usually the leaves on the outside, which are usually like brown or they're not really great to stuff with. And I line the bottom of the pan or the pot. All right, very good. Now start rolling our golumbkis. All right, we take a leaf, nice and soft they are here. And, oh, where's my knife? I guess I'll just use, oh, I can't find it. But I usually like to cut the hard part off here. So here we go, the fun part, the rolling. It's like a taco in a way. So we take a little bit of our meat mixture that we mixed from before. I probably made too much mixture, but we could always freeze it and use it for another time. All right, so we take a handful. All right, this is a big leaf actually, so I guess we're going to have one big golumbki, I guess. All right, so then just like a taco, you start like folding things over, and then you roll, and that's pretty simple. Let's do another one, okay? Oh, this one's already cut the hard thing. That's nice. All right, so the next thing we do, get some more mixture, okay? And again, we're going to just roll it like a taco. And here we go. This one's going to be an average size one, as you can tell. And we're going to just keep continuing to roll. Okay, so right now I completed the rolling of my first layer of the pot. Now I'm going to just get my tomato juice, V8 or whatever you choose, tomato sauce, any type of thing. Cover that up, and I usually like to put a little bit of spaghetti sauce too. There we go. And since I don't use pork in my thing, I like to put bacon, because the bacon, you know, I guess you can say the grease or the juice from the bacon just sort of soaks in nicely. So I'm going to put the bacon in now, right on top of the golumbkis. And I usually make like a little crisscross line here. And now we're going to do our next layer here. So let's continue rolling, everybody. Okay, again, we're going to just cut a little bit of the hard part off, like we did before. All right, very good. And we're going to put a little bit of mixture in here. Actually, this is a good sized leaf, not too big like my ones I started off with. And again, you know, you just start rolling like we did last time. And we roll. And we start working on our second layer. And we're going to just, again, make the whole row complete here. Now my second layers are rolled. So now again, let's just put some more tomato on here. A little bit of my spaghetti sauce, which I like a lot. So All right, and now let's put our bacon on again. Oops, it's falling apart, people. Let's put it nicely. And now we're going to put my cast iron cover on, and we're going to bake this at 350 for about 2 hours, and we're going to have a delicious meal. I'm back again. Guess what? I goofed. Cameraman told me I made a mistake. Since we don't want all this to be burnt, we're going to take out old leaves, the ones that we don't like from the outside, that was on the outside of the cabbage head. I'm going to cover everything up here because we don't want to have any burnt leaves here. We want this to be wonderful for our wonderful feast we're going to have.
Hi everyone, so today I'm making a nice meat lover's recipe, sweet and sour kielbasa. So I picked up a good chunk of probably 1.5 pounds of kielbasa. I need to slice it and then cook it. I like to slice it when it's like this. Well, although the other people, they cook the kielbasa and then they slice it. But I find it easier to slice it ahead of time and then cook it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to slice it as soon as I get done with the sweet and sour sauce. So here I have a whole can of 18-ounce can of apricot preserves. And I put some chunks of pineapple. I usually put half a can of pineapple chunks. This is 100% in pineapple juice. It's a 20-ounce can, I believe. Yeah, it is a 20-ounce can. So this is what I do. I just put half of it. But if you love the taste of pineapple and you want it to be a little bit more sour, then I would recommend to add the whole can. And I already added ground ginger. The recipe only calls for quarter of a teaspoon of ginger, but I already added it. So it's already in here. And I already added Dijon mustard. I already added 2 teaspoons. So now I'm going to add the 3rd teaspoon of Dijon mustard. And it has to be Dijon mustard because if you use that yellow hot dog mustard, it will still taste fine, but I really like the taste of Dijon mustard, and the recipe itself calls for this kind of mustard. And then all you have to do is add fresh lemon juice. So I bought a big lemon, as you can see, and I squeezed about 2 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons if you want it to be extra sour, but I usually add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And then you're all set to cook it over low heat. Make sure you keep on stirring. And this is your glaze, nice, sweet, and sour kielbasa. Once you add the kielbasa chunks to it, kielbasa slices to it, you will have sweet and sour kielbasa, and it tastes so good. Well, enjoy, everyone. So one more time, the recipe's over here. I have 1.5 pounds of kielbasa, but if it's going to be a little dry, I always have an extra jar of apricot preserves, just a little one. So if the kielbasa, it's supposed to be around 1 pound, but I have 1.5 pounds. But if it's going to be somewhat dry, then what I'll do, I'll just add a little bit more, maybe half of this jar to my glaze over here. So that's all you do. It's really very easy to make. I would say probably 15 minutes, and then you have terrific sweet and sour kielbasa. So the recipe calls for about 1 pound of cooked and sliced kielbasa, and 1 18-ounce jar of apricot preserves, 3 teaspoons of Dijon mustard, but I only added 2 teaspoons because I don't want it to be too sour, but other people really like it to have that extra sourness to it. So I went with 2, so either 2 or 3 teaspoons, depending on if you like mustard, the taste of mustard. And then I added only 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, fresh squeezed. I squeezed it out of this fresh lemon that I got today, nice and fresh. And so that's pretty much all that I did. And then I added half a can of pineapple chunks. I got the 20-ounce can. And then I got the ground ginger, but that's a little bit. If you like the taste of ginger, you may want to add half a teaspoon, but I only added 1/4 of a teaspoon of ginger. And now it's going to be cooking pretty soon. I need to add some more chunks, pineapple chunks. So it's like half a can over here. Let me add some more, and to make it extra sour. There we go. This is real. This is in 100% pineapple juice. So this pineapple pineapple chunks. It's quite a bit. You have quite a few chunks in there. So, like I said, if you love the taste of pineapple, you may want to add a lot of it. But I only use half a can. Half a can. So there we go. So I'm all set. I'm all set as far as a pineapple is concerned. And I have that extra small jar of apricot preserves. And now it's almost ready to boil. I have it over low heat, and gotta stir it a little bit. And once it starts boiling, you turn it up, and then you slice your kielbasa and cook it, drain it, and add it to your apricot pineapple glaze. Ooh, smells really, really good. Okay, so I'm about to bake now. I transferred my kielbasa, and as you can see, I took the skin off of it because I really don't like. My mother used to just chop it up, slice it up, but I don't like the skin on it, so I took the skin off of it. So it's going to be easier to eat it when it's all done. And so I'm ready to bake it now. I'm ready to bake my sweet and sour kielbasa for about half an hour or so at 350, and I would preheat the oven. So at 350 for about half an hour. I already cooked the kielbasa, but it's still, I want to put it in the oven, so it's going to so it gets a little golden looking, like a little brownish, so it tastes really, really good. I did end up using that jar of apricot preserves, the little jar. So I used up for 1.5 pounds of kielbasa. I used up the jar, 18-ounce jar, and the little one here, the little one is 12 ounce. Okay, that's a 12 ounce jar. So there we go. So I had the medium size and the little jar. And also, the only thing is that, I didn't drain the pineapple chunks very well. So what you want to do, but it's still going to be fine. It's just that it's more like soupy. It's more liquidy. But if you drain it really, really well, then it should be a nice glaze. It's not going to be as liquidy. Okay, so take care and enjoy. Welcome to our food portion of the show. And we have a terrific Polish plate over here.
This is the finished product, everyone.
Yes.
Here's my golumbkis, and I have some beets here and some babka.
Oh,
Ella, what do you have?
Oh, well, I made some cabbage pierogies, my favorite.
Ooh.
My children like cheese pierogies, cheese pierogies, but these are my favorite.
Mine too, but it's all good. It's all
Second
good.
time in my life that I made them, and John said they taste, cameraman said they taste pretty good.
And look at the kielbasa.
Oh, yeah, this is sweet and sour kielbasa, yes.
And even our dessert is coordinated.
Oh,
red and white, red velvet cake.
And we got the red wine over here. Cheers.
Yes.
Cheers and happy St. Joseph's Day.
Happy St. Joseph's Day.
We are about to feast now.
Bye-bye.
Bye. See you in a little bit. Saint Joseph, we love you. Thank you for being Jesus' Father on earth. Thank you for being Mary's husband. And thank you
Thank you for being God's servant. You are loved. Thank you, St. Joseph. We love you.
Hi, everyone. We would like to dedicate this song to my brother Joe in Florida. He lives in Florida. He absolutely loves polkas.
And also to our friend Wesley.
Yay! 1, 2, 3. Whoop-a, shoop-a, whoop-a, shoop-a, polka time! Polka time! Whoop-a, shoop-a, whoop-a, shoop-a, polka time! Polka time! Stola, 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 Bob Michelle, Bob Michelle, Mary Ella loves to do the polka steps, polka steps. We love to dance the polka steps, polka steps. Whoop-a, shoop-a, whoop-a, shoop-a, Bob Michelle, whoop-a, shoop-a, whoop-a, shoop-a, Bob Michelle. Happy St. Joseph's Day! Yay!
These are the last words of this episode.
Mhm.
Ella?
Yes. I have Mary looked up a few quotes over here, and so I will read the top one, Mary.
Okay.
And Padre Pio, Father Pio. Yes, Padre.
That was a wonderful saint.
Oh, yes. Go to Joseph with extreme confidence because I do not remember having asked anything from St. Joseph without having obtained it readily.
Oh, very, very nice. Also, too, everybody, I've been reading this wonderful book called St. Joseph the Protector. It's right here.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a 9-day preparation for entrustment to St. Joseph. And it's from Father Mark Gorin. It's a wonderful book. It tells us all about Joseph, how he was a man of silence, the foster father of Jesus, the patron of contemplatives, glory of home life, spouse of Mary, terror of demons, model of manhood, patron of a happy death, guardian of virgins, model of workers, and universal patron. So, I mean, he is a wonderful saint. You know, in the Bible, I mean, they do mention Joseph, but there's so much more to this wonderful saint, and this is the year of St. Joseph, and he's a wonderful saint, and happy St. Joseph's Day.
Yes, happy St. Joseph's Day. Cheers, everyone.